Here we are at the library. Today we are going to talk about apples. And we have a story called Little Apple Goat. And we're grateful to the authors and publishers that allow us to read these stories. So, what do you think is in the middle of an apple? I'm sure you all know. I can almost hear you saying it. Seeds, right? If you cut an apple in half this way, you can see, Miss Laura's going to have to tell me, right in the middle, there is seeds. It's in that flower or star shape, and those little brown things. Let's see if I can. Oh, now I got one out. There are seeds in the middle of the apple. And apples are really yummy to eat, but they would not grow if it weren't for the little seeds. So, I have a story today called Little Apple Goat. A little apple goat, he does an amazing thing. It's a fun little story about this little goat. Down on the farm there lived a little goat. She was quite an ordinary goat in every way. Well, in every way except one. She had quite unusual eating habits. While most goats are happy to chew on last week's leftovers or on Wednesday's washing, Little Apple Goat preferred to eat fruit. She loved apples and pears and cherries. They were so delicious. When fall came, Little Apple Goat spent happy days in the orchard waiting for a crunchy apple, a rosy pear, or a juicy cherry to fall plop onto the ground, and Apple Goat would gobble it all up. When evening came, Little Apple Goat would trot home to her meadow, and on the way she would spit a shower of seeds over the tall hedge. Plippity-plippity-plop, plippity-plippity-plop. Day after day, year after year, Little Apple Goat's pits and seeds flew over the hedge. Can you see them coming out of her mouth? Do you do that sometimes with watermelon seeds? One particular autumn day, a breeze began to blow. The breezy afternoon became a blustery evening, and the blustery evening blew into a stormy night. Look at how the wind's blowing all the trees. The animals were very scared indeed, and they huddled close together inside the barn while the wind howled all night long. The next morning, Apple Goat ran to her orchard. Oh, how sad! The storm had toppled every single tree, and the little orchard that Apple Goat loved so much was gone. All of the animals were very sad. The farmer came and cut up the trees, and he took all the logs away. The farm just won't be the same without the orchard, they said. Wintertime came, and Apple Goat watched the smoke curl from the farmhouse chimney. Well, at least the logs will keep the farmer warm, she thought. Winter melted and springtime came, and Little Apple Goat walked down the path, and she noticed over the hedge there was some blossoms. She thought, and she continued on her way. Springtime turned to summer, and summer turned to fall, and Apple Goat noticed something over the hedge. There was no longer blossoms, but there was leaves. Little Apple Goat ran down the path. She ran around the hedge, and look at this! There was fruit hanging from trees. Little Apple Goat could hardly believe it. The animals were so happy to have a new orchard. How did it happen? Who could have planted it, they wondered. But you know, don't you? Flippity, flippity, plop. Little apple goat and all of her seeds had planted a brand new orchard. That's the story of Apple Goat. I like that story. Apples are so much fun. I wanted to show you what we do sometimes with our apples at home. We cut them in half this way, and then we cut rings and we make apple cookies. This is a yellow apple. Apples come in different colors too. There's red and green, and they're yummy. So after we cut them, we put peanut butter and this chocolate yummy stuff. They call it Nutella, and it is wicked stuff, and you will love it. And then you have an apple cookie to eat. I hope that you enjoyed our story about Apple Goat. We'll see you next week. Bye.